can't do that, but Christopher Kelly is going to have a children's story at this time.
Yes. That might make a difference. But the older people themselves that the younger ears could hear me fine. All right, back to the story. We don't like to be thought ill of. We like to be thought well of. We like people to like us. It feels sad and bad when people don't want to spend time with us. And I had a little experience during the past 2 birthdays. Like I said, it's been 2 birthdays ago since I last cut my hair. And the experience was a little bit surprising, how people who knew me well still treated me differently because of my obvious appearance change. I wish I could show you a picture, but maybe some of you have seen me over the last few weeks with long blonde hair. And that's unusual because I typically have a short, very obviously male or masculine haircut. But 2 years ago, as I was working with young people as a teacher in Mission Creek Christian School, which is out in South Bend, it's a Seventh-day Adventist sister school, but it's not a supported school by the conference or tithes or offerings or anything like, well, actually offerings. We do get support. And you perhaps remember our school students coming and singing for you and doing testimonies here at your church. Mission Creek is a special school. We do a lot of outdoor education. We do career education and things like that out in South Bend, Raymond area. So anyway, I asked permission from my administration, my teachers and principal, if they would mind if I grew my hair out to donate it to children with cancer. I don't know if you've known anybody who's had cancer and maybe had to undergo chemotherapy or radiation, but they look a little bit like I do up here right now. They don't have any hair, and they don't even have eyebrows, because that's what happens when chemotherapy and radiation take its toll. So I decided this experiment would be worth it, and I grew my hair about 12 inches long. So 12 inches, that's about that long, and that's very unusual for a guy to have 12-inch long hair. But through the years, I had been told by barbers and salons, oh, your hair is so amazing. It's just gorgeous. Or some of the women would say, it's not fair that a guy has this kind of hair. So I heard comments like this off and on. And I'm a pretty health-conscious person, so the hair was healthy, and I thought it might be beneficial to donate it for a wig for children. And they have several organizations like that. Wigs for Kids is one, Locks of Love is another, and Hair for Children or something like that. There's a lot of them. So without further ado, I'll show you what the hair looks like. I understand that it takes quite a few people's hair to make one wig, so I don't think this will be all one wig of itself, but it'll go a long ways toward that. And you can see it's naturally curly. I thought maybe that would help some little girl. So it's about 12 inches or so, and I'll be donating it by mail, and hopefully COVID is not a problem for them, because I'm sure they wash and sanitize. But I'll just finish my talk today with, since God looks upon the heart and man looks upon the appearance, it's much more important that what our heart is doing and what our mind is doing than what we see on the outward appearance. And I had an opportunity to help somebody in need. He was obviously intoxicated. He was under the influence of alcohol, but a friend and I saw him at a truck stop, and we took him to a place here locally that helps people sober up. His appearance was pretty scary, and he was a little belligerent too, although he seemed to have a good heart under there. But we took him to a place where he could get help. And I'm not saying that's for everybody to do, and it would probably be a good idea if you checked before you helped scary-looking people. But God does say, especially in Matthew 25, that we are to help the less fortunate. And so let's try not to let appearances get in our way of treating others kindly and helping